Alright, buckle up. Because this story feels like the universe spun its wheel of irony, and it landed right on Grant Cardone's front lawn. Grant, the loud and proud 10x billionaire salesman who tells everybody else how not to get ripped off, just got taken for more than $2 million by someone he called a friend. And that friend? Another influencer who sold a dream life online while allegedly paying for it with stolen credit cards. You can't script better drama than that. Let's lay out the cast. First we have Grant and Elena Cardone, power couple, private jet selfies, giant real estate portfolio, and motivational speeches about thinking bigger. Then strolling in with green juice and designer heels is Bobby Awadh, who also goes by Bobby Vargas. She calls herself a wellness coach and biohacker for high performers. Online, she shows fancy handbags, mushroom supplements, and inspirational quotes about living your best life. Last up is her husband, Joe Vargas, an Instagram hustler type who poses on Rolls Royces and runs a CBD shop called Buy Legal Meds. Put them all together and you get a cocktail of clout, cash, and apparently crime. Now the alleged plot. Back in 2021, Bobby was tight with Elena, so tight that she had easy access to the Cardone's home, events, and it turns out their credit cards. Over 3 years, prosecutors say Bobby swiped those cards again and again, funneling money into PayPal, Amazon, and a company Bodella LLC. Police say the grand total is about $2.3 million in unauthorized charges that covered 7,400 Amazon orders, roughly 2 packages delivered every single day, plus designer clothes, personal stuff, and an 83-inch TV that probably still has the cardboard on it. Here's how slick the system allegedly was. First, she loads the Cardone cards into PayPal, then moves the cash into a business account. That lets dirty money mingle with real sales, so it looks legit on paper. Investigators call that classic laundering. Meanwhile, she's posting motivational reels about abundance, while the Cardones unknowingly foot the bill. The hustle was so smooth that it took an American Express fraud alert in February 2024 to raise any eyebrows. Elena got the ping, thought this looks fishy, and then rang the cops. Good call. And it gets wilder. A separate friend says Bobby borrowed 100 grand and repaid it in a shoebox full of movie prop money. Detectives literally traced the fake bills to a website that ships bundles for music videos. Imagine opening what you think is a 6-figure cache only to find for motion picture use only stamped on every single note. That's not just dishonest, that is sitcom level bold. Now fast forward to May 2025, Bobby is arrested and slapped with 19 felony counts: theft, identity fraud, and money laundering. The judge lets her out without posting cash bail, but warns, try me again and you're staying locked up. Her lawyer argues she has cancer, a special needs child, and most importantly, that she had permission to use the cards because she once lived with the Cardones. Grant and Elena fire back. Absolutely not, friend or not. That difference, permission versus theft, is the legal knife as this whole case now balances on. On Instagram, the drama explodes. Grant calls Joe a fake hustler who lets his wife bankroll his flashy lifestyle. Joe claps back with 50 cents wankster, playing over clips of his Rolls Royce. 2 grown men turning a felony indictment into a meme war for their millions of followers. Somewhere in the middle, Elena stays mostly silent, maybe drafting the civil lawsuit that will chase every missing dollar. People ask, how does a guy who teaches money get robbed of millions without noticing? The answer is simple and a little scary: trust plus autopay. When you hand a friend a card for emergencies and you're too busy running empires to check each statement. The charges blend in like a wallpaper. A $3,000 handbag on American Express? Maybe that's a gift for a client. 10 Amazon gift cards could be prizes for a conference. By the time a pattern looks suspicious, the thief is already 2 years deep and posing in your helicopter selfies. Let's talk numbers, because numbers pop on screen. 2 million through PayPal, 450 grand on Amazon, 169 grand in designer splurges, 800 grand cycled into Bodella LLC, added up, and it's enough to buy 10 middle-class houses or feed 1,000 families for a year. Instead, it bought time on a personal shopper's calendar and an 83-inch television, and the Amazon haul is almost funny. 7,400 items, a pizza oven, sure, but also dog toys, candles, ring lights, and who knows what else. At 2 passages a day, you'd need floor-to-ceiling shelving just to store the boxes. If you want a quick timeline, here's the cheat sheet in plain talk. 2021, friend phase, Bobby hangs with the Cardones, credit cards start getting stored in her phone. 2021 to 2024, Swipe City, thousands of charges glide through while everyone's busy posting motivational quotes. February 2024, American Express pings Elena. Did you just buy 10 gift cards? Red flags go up. May 2025, arrest, mugshot, court date, 19 felonies, Instagram war ignites. June 2025 and beyond, more hearings, possible civil suit, maybe a Netflix doc if we're lucky. And let's not forget the side character, Bodella LLC. On paper, it sells luxury wellness. In reality, prosecutors say it's a laundromat. Dirty money in, shiny invoices out. That explains why payroll still ran while actual sales crawled. In influencer land, you don't shut down, you cover losses with more flash until someone checks the receipts. Meanwhile, Joe Vargas insists he knew absolutely nothing. Maybe true, maybe not. But public opinion is rough on spouses who ride shotgun in the Bentley while bills go unpaid. Joe's Instagram highlight reel of Manson parties now looks like a spending montage scored by other people's MasterCards. If he honestly missed all the red flags, he might be the only guy in Vegas who can't count chips. Here is what might happen next. If prosecutors prove the charges, Bobby faces up to 20 years. The state can seize assets bought with stolen funds, which means that Times Square billboard, the fancy stove, maybe even the handbags could end up on a government auction site next year. The Cardones will chase repayment, insurance will fight about coverage, and banks will tighten fraud checks on influencer friends everywhere. So what can we all take away beyond the popcorn? There are 3 simple rules. Number 1. Audit your cards. Even billionaires need to read their statements. Trust but verify. Number 2. Separate friendship from finance. A dinner out is fine. Shared credit lines are not. And last one, number 3. Watch for lifestyle gaps. If income says Honda Civic, but Instagram screams Rolls Royce, ask questions. In the end, the alleged scam is a mirror held up to influencer culture. People rent luxury, call themselves coaches, and sell optimism while scrambling to keep the lights on. Most stop at exaggeration. A few cross the line into felony territory. When that happens, the crash is loud because the climb was live streamed. Grant Cardone might recover the cash and go back to telling folks how to hustle. Bobby Ward's motivational posts might become evidence exhibits. And Joe Vargas might discover that sitting on a Rolls Royce hood dents more than metal. It dents credibility once the loan gets called in. The irony is that the guy famous for 10x got minus 90% on $2 million before breakfast. Wise people learn from mistakes. Smart people learn from other people's mistakes. So learn the lesson while it's on their tab, not yours. So that's the entire story. A scammer billionaire guru out-scammed by his own friend, a wellness brand that allegedly ran on stolen swipe, and an Instagram beef that proves filters cannot hide bank statements. Stay smart, keep receipts, and remember, if someone preaches abundance while borrowing your American Express, cancel the card before they cancel your peace of mind. And that, my friends, is how a glitzy friendship turned into a courtroom cliffhanger, which everybody will be watching. Peace out.